The terrain, the mountains, the area, the jungle, it's very deep jungle. The terrain is very hard. For the surveillance, for everything, to track the terrain, it's very hard.
They stayed here for a long time. They know the area, they know the locals very well.
I don't want the innocent civilians who are already fed up with the Pakistan government to die in such a battle.
I think that's everyone asking about the religion. What is your religion? Then
now India has to isolate Pakistan from the world.
Hello class, good evening. So in today's class, we will discuss on a very serious matter. Okay, there was an incident happened in Pahalgam. A terrorist attack happened in Pahalgam in Kashmir. Okay, and many innocent civilians were killed. And the basic premises are, this attack was considered done by a terrorist group called Lashkar-e-Taiba, which is operating in Pakistan. Okay, so yes, these are the premises, and Indian government also shows their condolences to the victims, and they are also showing retaliation. They have rectified some critical issues, and they have taken some very good steps and very important grave steps. I can say, not grave, they have taken some very important steps for the retaliation. Okay, and other international countries have also considered this a very grave crime, and they also condemned it. Okay, so today's class is based on this, and I want you to put down your opinion on this terrorist attack, and what's your opinion on this? How should India act? What are the basic, if do you think that there were some lapses in our security system, okay, in defense system? You can also say that. Overall, it will be a very great discussion. Okay, so let's start.
Good evening, sir. Whatever happened in the Pahalgam Basharan, that terrorist attack, it was a devastated news for all of us, and definitely I think there is something intelligent lack of the intelligence department. Why I am telling it to you? With all due respect, I respect NIA, I respect every organization, especially the investigation organization, detective organization of India, even RAW also. Recently I just completed one book that is a spy thriller by Avik Arjun Datta, and I had little bit idea I gathered from that book how an intelligence officer, an intelligence department runs their duty and all. And it is a failure of the our intelligence, because lots of days the Kashmir is not witnessed. Kashmir has not witnessed this type of attack. That means the Lashkar-e-Taiba and the other terrorist activity group are gradually preparing for this attack. They did a little bit Reiki of that place, and they did it. India will be taking for next few days. India definitely are ready to take the revenge and all, but I think revenge is not the permanent solution. You have to use your diplomacy. Now the India is ready to attack the POK. Okay, but this their problem is regarding the Kashmir, and with POK and with the India occupied Kashmir also, one of the Pakistan occupied Kashmir and also the Indian Kashmir also. But some of the Kashmiri people are very much friendly, because I have witnessed it during my visit, during my trip also. But you can't change, and somehow our government is also responsible this kind of attack. During Uri, you can also if you look for the news regarding the Pulwama attack, you can see it, and here is also. So I think diplomacy, and obviously against the attack, that our Navy, Indian Air Force and the military team are ready to serve. Sir, মানে বিরোধিতা, I mean এই ইংলিশটা কি হবে যেটাতে আমি বলতে পারি যে ওদের অ্যাটাক করার জন্য they are ready to attack.
See, you can say the word I have repeated, retaliation. We are ready for retaliation. আমরা অ্যাটাক করব, জবাব দেব.
Okay. Okay, we are ready to retaliation for this. Then the problem can be sorted out. and this is my point of view.
Okay, Ranjana, well said, well said.
Okay, so what happened in Pahalgam was is a serious concern for our national security, as according to the news sources, we were aware in starting of April that some terrorists will be taking action on Pahalgam, but our national security and the raw agencies failed in it. Also, it happened in Pahalgam, which is also known as a Indian Switzerland, but the lack of security, and they were not able to manage. There were so many tourists, but they failed to secure them. And as we all saw in the videos, how they were killed and like they were discriminated on the basis of religion. So it was like very sad. And right now, the Indian government is taking some serious actions, like the suspending the Indus Water Treaty and the shutting down of Atal, which like gate from where the people migrate across the both countries. And yesterday night, the sources have revealed that the PM Modi has given permission to all the departments, the Navy, the Indian Air Force, and everyone else to act their own and take steps accordingly. Now they are free to take any actions. But according to me, I think it's time to take serious actions. I suggest that it would be better if we capture the POK right now, as I don't, from my opinion, I don't want a war in large scale, but I do want the terrorists gets terminated, and majority of terrorists are residing in the POK. So I guess it would be better that if Indian defense agencies take action in capturing the POK. That would be the solution of most of the causes.
See, the thing is like sort of see Satvik and Ranjana also said it is there are some lapses in intelligence. I'm telling you, see, there is no bulletproof intelligence agency involved. There is not okay. It doesn't exist. A bulletproof intelligence agency who will provide absolute intelligence and absolute security. Because see, we have witnessed terrorist attack in France also, England also, 9/11 in America also. Seriously, America also witnessed 9/11, so there is no bulletproof intelligence agency. Okay, I can say that. But yes, this is a very gruesome and heinous thing they have acted, and Pakistan also have they literally unwillingly or willingly accepted that they are the progenitor of this terrorism. Okay, and they somehow blame other countries also. Okay, we will get to that later. And next will be Rupam. Rupam, now your premises are clear. Now it's your. Then I'll go to Shomendo. Okay, Shomendo. Yes, Rupam.
Sir, I think that killing only the terrorists will not solve the problem, as the Indian government should also focus on such leaders who produce these terrorists. And I think that killing terrorists, like, they are produced in such ways that they know that one day they will die. Like, the moment they enter India to kill our civilians, innocent civilians, they know that they will be caught by the Indian army and shot. They will shoot them. So their mentality are produced in such ways that they don't have that fear. They don't have that fear to die. So I think the Indian government should more focus on the leaders who produce these terrorists. As on the last attack, the Uri attack and the Pulwama attack, the Indian government took revenge by killing the terrorists only, but they left out the leaders. So this has to be happen next time. So it has happened this time.
You want to say this has to be apprehended, right? Okay. Okay. Yes. Correct. Yes. See, the thing is like, these youngsters are so brainwashed. They know they are willing to die. On a skip of a heartbeat. They are so brainwashed by some propaganda, by some religious propaganda, by some. See, what can I say? It's a hate induced, yes, some
And I
hate
think
induced mentality also. Yes, Rupam, yes.
yes, and I think the local Kashmiris, not all the Kashmiris, but few Kashmiris are also involved in this. I'm not blaming the vendors or the businessmen, but the locals, I think, they helped this terrorist to get to that point. I think so. But as without their help, this could not be possible.
Exactly, Rupam. Without any civilian help or without any internal help, this couldn't have gone too far. Yes, this attack of this magnitude shouldn't have happened if they don't have, say, civilian and say internal help. Yes.
So this is a terrifying event that happened in Pahalgam. The motive of this attack is not clear, but in my opinion, the terrorists wanted to divide us. Like they only showed the Hindus. So by this thing, they want us to divide. Like already in social media and everywhere, we started blaming each other because we know all are not same. All Muslims are not terrorists. In my opinion, terrorism has no religion, and so maybe it's their motive to make us fight with each other, and so that we destroy each other, and thus we destroy our country, like what happened in Bangladesh too. Like maybe they want that type of situation.
Okay, so the point of view of Mumpriya is say the purpose of this terrorist attack and this targeting a specific group of religion means that they want to create a polarization in our country. That's because the times are not that great for secularism, for secular India. Times are not great right now, right? Okay, good. Somendo, now your turn.
So I also believe that there's no foolproof or bulletproof organization that can stop every kind of attack, because 2 years ago we also have seen the 7th October attack in Israel. Like the Israel's agency Mossad is considered one of the best secret service agencies in the world, but they also failed to secure their citizens on that day. So this kind of attack keeps happening, and like it's very sad, but I would say that like yes, I believe that there are people who should be who should take the responsibility and should be accountable for that, because there was intelligence input, but not enough precautions was taken, because we also know that before the 14th of February attack in Pulwama attack, I'm talking about in 2019. Before that, there was intelligence input that something's gonna happen, but like there were some lack of decision making and all, and delays. That's why this attack happened. I would say that it's not their fault. I mean, the security agency's fault. Fault is obviously the terrorists and those people who conducted this attack. But it might have been prevented if these kind of steps have been taken. So from the next time, these steps, like government should take this input seriously and work on it. That will be my suggestion. And another thing that why this happened, that the extreme amount of religious radicalization is there. That plays the main role here, because a few years ago, I mean before the revocation of Article 370 from Kashmir, people used to say that in Kashmir people do not have much jobs, the economic condition of people are not good, that's why they are doing this kind of stone pelting and this kind of stuff because they are getting funded from our enemies. So they are doing it because of money. But now we are seeing that Kashmir is booming with tourism, and many people are employed in this tourism sector, and they are earning good amount of money. But if still, I mean, after the incident in investigation, this is found that there were 3 or 4 Pakistani terrorists, and there are some of their helpers also. They belong to Kashmir, because without local support you cannot conduct this kind of big incident. So there were local support. So I do not think that poverty or lack of resources can be the reason, because there are poor people in every state in India. Poor people in Bihar or in West Bengal or Maharashtra, they are also doing terrorism. So this isn't about poverty or economic situation. This is about that religious extremism, which should be stopped, I think. And another thing I would say that as we all know that this kind of attack happens on civilians, but the motive behind that, or the planners, are big people. I'm talking about Pakistani army generals and all. So, and also big politicians or policymakers in Pakistan. So they want India or Kashmir to stay unstabilized, because that's why they can prove in United Nations that the situation in Kashmir is not good and India is not handling it properly. So this kind of all international politics is getting played behind. So that is also the reason. So for the stability of Kashmir and all, so I think Pakistan deserves a big punishment, and that should be done by Indian government, but with also the consideration of Indian economy, because if a all-out war breaks out, so that is also bad for our economy, because we are a growing economy and we want to take part in the world trade. So that also the government has to take into consideration and plan it accordingly, so that we will have less amount, what is it called? We will have
collateral. We want to say collateral. Less amount of damage we can incur, okay, and more to them.
Damage, and we can solve this issue forever.
Very good points Amindo have mentioned. Yes, Ranjan, I am coming to you, please. Yes, very good points. But see, yes, another thing is without any civilian help, this shouldn't be this couldn't happen. And so the point is more solid, foolproof surveillance of these extreme areas should be done, right? This first thing taken into consideration. And second thing is yes, economy and poverty is not the big factor for this. Okay. This is some kind of radicalization and what can I say? The changing mindset, extremist mindset is also behind it, correct? And third is we can't go all out war against a nuclear country. That is not possible. That is not feasible. Okay, it can't happen. If war is happening in Russia and Ukraine is yes, but there is a policy Russia can't use yes nuclear weapons. But Pakistan can use, and India can also retaliate with this. Okay. Thing is India retaliated by voiding Indus Water Treaty. Okay. And Pakistan retaliated by devoiding Shimla Agreement. Those who don't know what are these agreements, I am giving you a brief information. Shimla Agreement is the first, it was the Kashmir issue. We have to solve the Kashmir issue is between India and Pakistan. They have to solve it. But by devoiding this Shimla Agreement, other countries can also be involved. Their neighboring, their friendly countries can also involved in this agreement. Oh, sorry, I'm not sorry, agreement. The friendly countries can also involve in this confederation. Okay. So, for example, if China is a very friendly country of Pakistan, they can also involve in this. If you are thinking about taking POK, China can also involve himself. And India is a very good friend of Russia, and also yes, a diplomatic friendship is there. But yes, they can also come. And the Indus Water Treaty is now see. In social media, there is funny thing like we are stopping whole water of Indus River, and yes, the Pakistan will now get no water from us, and they will now die in thirst. Okay, but this is not the case. This is not the case. The thing is like, first of all, see, there is no infrastructure to hold that much water of Indus River. First, okay, so water is not stopped. Water is not stopped. Okay, the thing is like the personals, the Pakistani personals who were there in India, who were monitoring this Indus Water Treaty, we have sent them back to their country. Now they are not monitoring. Okay, now they are not monitoring anything. Okay, this is the thing. Their officials have gone back. Pakistan also sent our officials to India. Okay, now there is no monitoring in this. Okay, Indus Water Treaty. This is happening. To clarify, if someone has a wrong information from social media, this is for clarification. Yes, I'm coming to Ranjana. Let's take Ushashi's opinion. Ushashi, what's your opinion?
In 2029, we have seen the Pahalgam attack, and after that, the so many of issue discussion, conflict, and everything was okay. But after that, if everyone says that it is an intelligence failure or any kind of news that, but it is not total intelligence failure. Intelligence already given the news, but there is a news article I was reading, and there was a president meeting between 18th or 19th that has been cancelled. So when this was cancelled, then why they did not award the local people, the tourists, that you should not go there, you should stay there. They did not ever them. So this is one of things that everyone asking, when intelligence already said that there is maybe a issue, so why local tourist was not aware about this situation. After the situation has happened, now they are taking a drastic step. Who have lost their families, that can never be were completed. So whoever lost, and there is also a traumatic situation. And this is the bad thing, that everyone asking about the religion, what is your religion, then shoot him. This is also one kind of this is one kind of conflicts between Hindu and Muslim that already happened from past. Like we have seen in Sipai Vidra, there is a there everyone told that in Totka there is a beef. I forgot there's a beef. There is in Totka there is a beef, and another is pork meat something. So there was always rivalry between those things. So this has happened from day, but nowadays when intelligence network and everything is so fast, so in Pahalgam there was so little bit of military. There is no, everyone says that there is no kind of military. There is no kind of no kind of security there. So why, when Kashmir is always a main topic for our Indian politics in Indian country, and whatever said in everywhere, when everything happened from Kashmir, so there should be a more strict security, and everything when it happened, it's already happened on the military. That we have seen 2019 and Pulwama. Then the people of India, then the people, no leader, no, I don't want any leader affected. But if any leader, any political leader is affected, they always have took a steps. So this is all happening. So then nowadays we can see also in Murshidabad also that there is kind of what's going on. But another, no one is taking a little bit of risk that going there. But this has happened, some kind of waka bill or what happened. So this has happened. Only we affected the people. After the vote, everything will be stopped and everyone will be forget about it.
Mrs. Patra. Okay, actually Mrs. Patra wants to say. Okay.
I want to tell one point that our neighbor countries, there are 3 neighbor countries: China, Bangladesh, now Bangladesh, and Pakistan. After Yunus, when Yunus come, then the relation between India and Bangladesh has fallen, and so India have to, Indian government should have took a step in that border, China border, Bangladesh border and Pakistan border, because they are China is supporting Bangladesh and Pakistan also. For that reason, our intelligence, our border security force should be increased. In the year 2015, we went Kashmir. There's so much security in the hill, so close. So many forces are there. But nowadays, after 370, which Modi government has done at Kashmir, and took the election also, they have self-kendrikota, self-consciousness that we have done everything. Kashmir is now good position. There is no bad thing is happening there. So for that reason, this has happened. Because Kashmir is the border all time when Kargil war has done. That time also, any time they can come to our country.
Mrs. Yes, Mrs. Patra, I just want to clarify this. So because there is no, see, the terrain of Kashmir is not that easy, okay, to cover. The terrain, the mountains, the area, the jungle, it's very deep jungle. The terrain is very hard for the surveillance, for everything. To track the terrain, it's very hard for Kashmir. And there were always civilians in Kashmir before the partition, and after a partition there is also a Kashmir. So see, on humanitarian ground, you can't force something on them. Correct? You can't force on something, and some people of Kashmir are there on our side and some on their side. Correct? So the thing is like, see, they come and go. There's some relative on that side and this side. Yes, these kind of things you can say these are some lapses, but on the humanitarian grounds we have to allow them, because you can't stop them as don't go this and that. Correct?
And the terrorist has taken shelter at Kashmir, and for that reason that house has been abolished from our government. So negligence was there. For that reason, this has happened. This is my.
And I want to clarify another thing. Rupam, yes, Rupam, just wait. I want to clarify another thing. As Shashi mentioned, where is the security at that time? Because there were so many tourists. But the thing is, see, there is a season of tourism in Pahalgam. Okay, there is a season of tourism, and this time, tours and hoteliers and everyone started very early. So Indian government has no idea that they were booking tourists. So they had no idea. So they didn't deploy any Indian army or any kind of security. Because they started very early. This is not the season of tourism in Pahalgam, but they started very early, and now there were not enough security forces there. This happened then. What can I say? Okay, yes, Rupam, you want to say something, please?
Yes, sir. Sir, I think that terrorists don't cross the border and come here to do such activities. I think they are called the sleeper cells, who stay in India for a long time, and they get orders from other countries such as Pakistan and other countries. So they get their orders from the leaders and they get active and do such activities. So I think there must be lack of intelligence, or the intelligence agency should work more on this. And in our area also, Kolkata, such sleeper cells or terrorists are arrested. So in these days, so the police have arrested such people. So I don't think that they directly come from other countries to attack.
Correct, Rupam. They just need instruction. And see, tracking a sleeper cell is very difficult. Very difficult, because they can spend their whole life without acting. Without being active, they can spend their whole life. But on one day specific, they just get their instruction that you have to do this and that, and this happens. It's very difficult. They are very.
And why?
Yes, Rupam.
Yes, and why I'm saying this, as today I've watched a video. A news reporter was saying that the terrorists who have attacked on that day were being captured by one tourist who was shooting a reel video. So on that reel, they have spotted that two terrorists. So we can note that these terrorists were not like placed on that day, or they have not crossed the border on that day to attack on that particular spot. So they might be a sleeper cell. They stayed here for a long time. They know the area. They know the locals very well. And one or two locals were also involved in this activity, as per the news reports.
Yes, Rupam, yes, I already told this. Okay, without any civilian internal help, this can't happen. Okay, this can't happen. Okay, now we are moving to the retaliation part. Okay, so how should India retaliate? How should India give answer to our neighboring country who take responsibility that it was their action? Okay, and they are not condemning anything. Okay, so how should India retaliate? So who will say? Satvik, you go first. How should India take action?
India should be focused more on termination of the terrorists. Like if there will be a full-fledged war, the damage will happen on both sides. I don't want the innocent civilians who are already fed up with the Pakistan government to die in such a battle. I want, they are also fed up and they don't want them. But I don't want that those people get killed in the war. So I want that we should be fully focused on killing all the terrorists and the training cells which are in Kashmir and the Pakistan occupied Kashmir.
Well said and very clear-cut thoughts. Correct. Who will? Mopriya, what's your opinion on this? Okay, how should India retaliate?
I also think that in where many innocent people also die. So despite of fighting against another country, because if কি বলে দুটো কান্ট্রির মধ্যে ইয়ে হলো war, if a war happen, then there is loss in both the country, and we lose so much of asset and people and everything. So despite of indulge ourselves into war, I think our security or border security should be improved, so that this won't happen in future. And also we should train our border forces more, and should give more people there, and
recruit more people.
Yeah, we should recruit more people, and so that this mishap doesn't happen again.
Okay, yes, improving our security and defense system. Mopriya wants to focus our points on that. Okay, Somendo raised his hand. Somendo, yes, please.
One thing I would like to that after the Uri attack and after the Pahalgam attack, we used to hear in media, everywhere it was trending that now India has to isolate Pakistan from the world. We have to tell other countries about boycotting Pakistan. So in this way, Pakistan's economy will break down, so they will stop funding terrorism. But eventually that plan didn't work, and I think that this time also this kind of thing, isolating Pakistan from other countries, this won't work, because there's double standards of some Western countries that I want to mention. That when Ukraine war started, so all the European countries and all the Western countries, they were forcing India to boycott Russia, to sanction Russia, like that. But India stood still on we stood still on our country's interest, and we look into our what I mean matters to our country. But like when attack happened in our country, like if we are not telling them, but if we tell European Union and other Western countries to sanction Pakistan, they won't do. So that's what our external affairs minister said when he went to Europe a few years back, and I think it was in London. He was giving a speech on a public forum, and he said like somewhere Europe has to come out of the mindset that Europe's problems are world problems, but world's problems are Europe problems. So that is seen like I think India should raise this concern that when the Ukraine attack was Ukraine was getting invaded, then you came to us and asked for our support. But when attack happened in our country, where is your support? Like that, why aren't you boycotting Pakistan? Like that. So this boycotting strategy won't work because it didn't work before also. So what we have to do, like only India have to do whatever we have to do, because we cannot expect help from other countries. If we are getting, that's okay. So that's top of the cherry. But the cake we have to make.
Correct, sir. Even though we are on our own, so whatever steps we have to take by ourselves, okay? Because other countries have vested interest in their in Pakistan and other countries like China and America, they have their vested interest in them. Okay, so they will not they can comment on this, but they will not do something drastic. So which is very visible in the international standards. On the international standard, they will not do it. That is the thing. So whatever we have to do by ourselves. Okay, Rupam.
There should not be any war. Only the diplomatic war should begin. Like India already has started diplomatic war. As if war begins, then there will be loss in lives for both the countries, especially for those people who live in the border areas. As I was the news, the areas which are near to the border, the people were really scared. They are finding the bunkers to hide themselves. So yes, these people will face more than us. So I don't think that a war should happen, and the economy will also collapse for both the countries. Yes, India will not face that much economic loss than Pakistan, but no war should be there.
Correct. Yes, Rupam. Their economy, what has to collapse. The economy of Pakistan is what done. Okay. Mopriya wants to add one point. Okay, Mopriya.
Pakistan has admitted that the war has this terrorist attack happened from their side. So India can pressurize them to identify those terrorists and surrender them to India. So India can take necessary actions so that they get a fear of us. Or in my opinion, war is not the solution. It can be handled in that way, recruiting more military forces and also by solidifying defenses. Yeah, solidifying defenses.